Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Baiwei Star Leader Metallic Edition. So here's the figure, and it's a gorgeous looking figure. I mean, the paint, the sculpt, everything about it looks gorgeous. The head sculpt looks amazing. If you didn't know already, this is a knockoff of the Studio Series 05 Optimus Prime from Revenge of the Fallen. And I think it captures the look of the movie Optimus very well. As you can see, the ab section is the closed version since it's Revenge of the Fallen. The paint is immaculate. Look at the silver on the biceps, on the legs. All of it looks gorgeous. Even the back looks fine. It tries to be accurate, but a little bit of this chunk is inaccurate. Overall, it's quite accurate except for this black tab here. Other than that, it's a very well done figure. For accessories, he comes with his Energon blades and 2 heads. For the Energon blades, all you have to do is insert them from under the wrist and it'll look like so. Very well done accessory. I think it looks very cool, especially if you want to replicate the forest fight scene from Revenge of the Fallen. And he has 2 alternate faces if you want him without his mouth plate. I like it with his mouth plate on, so I'll be leaving it like so. Now for articulation, let's take these blades off. So first of all, the head is on a ball joint, but because of the way this area is sculpted, it's not very mobile. So you can move side to side this much, look up this far and down this far. So not that bad, but it isn't the best either. The shoulders can move out and inward and forwards and back. The elbow can bend up around 90 degrees. The wrist does rotate, but it's on a very tight mushroom pin, so if you try to, it will pop off. I think you'll need to scrape off some layers of paint for that. The waist is on a rotation around this much, and because of the transformation, you can crunch back if you untap this section. Then the legs can kick forward this far and backwards this far. The knee can bend much higher than 90 degrees, a very nice bend there. His ankle can move forward and backwards, and it can tilt sideways. So it's pretty good articulation. It could have been better, but it certainly isn't bad. So it's overall, at least in robot mode, it's a very well done figure. And let's get on to the transformation. Okay, so for the transformation, make sure that the thighs are straightened out. These are a little tight, but make sure they're straightened out, and make sure the biceps are straightened out as well. So to start off the transformation, we'll start off with the simplest part. You want to push down on the leg sections and straighten out the feet like so, and then tab them in. Do the same thing over here. Untap that, straighten out the foot, and tab it in. Now what you want to do is flip this panel up on both sides and bring this wheel over here. And once you bring it fully, it will click into place. So the same thing over here. Now, it's not necessary to do this now, but you can fold out these wheel sections. And let's get onto the top section. Now, tab in the feet as well. Now, let's get onto the top section. So, first off, fold out this backpack section. If you want, you can straighten out the canisters as well. This is just here for clearance. Then you can straighten out the hands like so. Fold out, untap these sections. And there are these tabs and grooves on either side, and you're going to want to tab it into place. Then rotate the shoulders like so and fold them forward, and then bend the elbows up. And before bending them, you should rotate them around and fold out these panels. So rotate this around and fold out this panel. Then you can tab in the arms together like so. Then bend the wrist down like so. Make sure that it's tabbed. It does like to untab a little bit, but then rotate these panels up, not all the way, just a little bit. And rotate it back. Tab it into place and bring it down. So now the front section of the truck is done. Then rotate the shoulders forward. As I said, it does like to untab a little bit. You just tab that into place. Then bring this section so that it stays flush with the windows. There it is. Then you can bring these grill sections from the back, you have to untab them from the smokestack, then rotate it around, and it will eventually tab into the front section. Same thing over here, rotate it out and around, and slide it into the front section. Make sure that the front grill stays tabbed into place, and make sure that this place remains flush. And here's an approximation of the front section of the truck. Then you can bring out these canisters and fold them out like so and tab them into place. Same thing over here, fold out the canister and tab it into place. It's a little bit of a struggle, but you can get it done. Then you can see this little section over here of Optimus' head. Just push down on it and it will release the head section. Then tab that into place. Now there are these tabs here and these slots on the top of the truck, and you're going to want to fold it up and tab it into place. So now, again, the front of the truck likes to split apart, but just push that back into place. Then fold these sections back and they will tab in like so. Make sure that these panels are also folded back. Same thing over here, and fold these panels back. Then you're going to untab the waist section, rotate it around, and keep it like this for now. Then fold these canister sections to the side like so. Fold them down and fold these panels down as well. Then bring them down, and there are slots and tabs here as well. You're going to align those on both sides. Then you can bring the legs back and fold the shoulder panels down into this gap. Then bring the front wheels over here. Make sure that the legs are straightened up. Then fold these wheels and tab them into place. They do tab in. Once those are tabbed in, make sure that these are tabbed in as well. They also like to remove. Then lastly, fold these canisters in, and there are tabs and slots here as well. Make sure to do that for the other side. And here is the truck mode. Now here's the truck mode, and it's done quite well for the size. Of course, there is a little bit of mess here, like around the back section and around these areas, but it's kind of unavoidable. It is a Voyager figure, and for the price, it's actually very well done. Now, one difference from the original figure is that this one has a slightly longer smokestack pair. So these tabs for vehicle storage does not work that well. What does work well is the storage on the back here. There are these slots on the feet, and there are these tabs on the energon blades, so you can tab them into place like so. So if you do want to store them, you can have that option. I prefer to keep them off to the side, so I'm just going to take these off. So yeah, there isn't much to say. All of the paintwork that was in the robot mode carried to the truck mode quite well. As you can see, all these silver parts look quite nice on him. The flames also look quite well. So let's get on to the comparisons. So here is the SS05 Baiwei Star Leader next to the Jada Toys Optimus Prime. So they're very similar in scale. This Optimus is a bit longer and a bit taller as well. The Jada Toys Optimus seems to be a bit more of an accurate version, but this is still not bad. Here he is next to the Jada Toys G1 Optimus, just for comparison. The G1 Optimus is definitely shorter than this Optimus, and Jada Toys Optimus seems to be almost similar to the Baiwei Star Leader. Here is the Optimus next to the OP Warrior by PPL01. Here is this Optimus next to the Aoimex Psy-Star Commander. He cannot transform anymore because I removed the vehicle cable. This is a custom figure, so this does vary a little bit. As you can see, I think it would be a little accurate if this Optimus was a little shorter. Then here he is, for scale reference, a deluxe figure in the Studio Series Soundwave, so you can see how that works out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the truck mode, and let's get on to transforming him back to his robot mode. So to transform him back into his robot mode, we are going to start with untabbing these canisters over here, like so. Then untab these view sections and accordion them inwards like so. Same thing for the other side. Untab it and accordion it inwards and fold in the shoulder panels, and that will allow you to bring the views and the legs back down, and then you can rotate them around. Then come to the view sections, untab the legs like so, then fold them out and bring the toes, feet up like so. Then fold out these shin panels and untab these views and fold them into the thigh sections, and then you can fold this panel in. Same thing for the other side. Untab these view sections and fold these panel in. So now you have this kind of a bird truck look going on. Now to transform the top section of the truck, you can start by untabbing this section, then undoing these panels here so that you can bring them inwards and tab them in like so. Then you can untab these canisters and fold them out. Same thing for the other side. Then come around to the back, untab this panel from these tabs and these slots. Then you'll be given the room to push the Optimus head out. What I like to do is, if you look from under here, there's this slight tab, and if you use your thumb to push onto that tab, that will allow you to unlock Optimus head, and then you can push up from there. Then fold the backpack section back for clearance, and what you're going to do here is a little hard. What you're going to have to do is fold these panels in and make sure that they remain flush. You'll have to push in a little bit. You have to align them perfectly. Once you do that, fold in these canister sections back like so. Now you're going to deal with the front grill section. You're going to untab it like so and rotate it around. Same thing for the other side, untab it and rotate it around. Then bring it back like so, and there is a slot over here as you can see, and there's a tab here, and then you are going to slot that into place. Same thing for the other side, the tab here and the slot over there. Rotate it back and tab it into place. A little bit of a hassle, let me see. Now that it's tabbed into place, you can fold up the backpack like so. The original instructions tell that you should fold it out completely and leave these canisters like so. What I like to do is I like to fold it up a little bit for some dimension and push these panels to the side just a little bit. So once we've done with the backpack, let's come with the front section of the truck. This is quite simple. It might be a little fiddly at first, but you can do it quite simple. Basically what you're gonna do is put your thumb into here, and that will allow it to pop the forearms out. Then fold them forward like so, and that will straighten out the arms. Then you can untab this section and fold it up. There is a slot in this section and a tab in Optimus head section. You're going to tab that into place like so. Now bring the arms back, and there are slots here and tabs here on both sides, and you're going to slide them into place. Lastly, rotate the arms around and fold these panels out and down on both sides. Then you can fold the wrists up. Just let me straighten out the backpack. Fold the wrists up, and you're going to wrap the front section of the truck onto the sides of the hands. So fold this back and then rotate it around, and because of the slot here in the mushroom pin, you can slide this panel in like so. Do the same thing for the other side. Fold this panel back and slide it in like so. Now all you have to do is rotate the arms down and make sure that the arms are bent the right way. And here is Optimus back in his robot mode. For some size comparisons, here he is next to the PPL-01 OP Warrior. As you can see, he's quite taller. Then moving him to the side, here he is next to the AlloyMX Star Commander. As you can see, this Optimus is much shorter which is not accurate because this Optimus is a semi-truck and this is a flat nose truck. So this Optimus should have been taller, but it's still fine. Then moving into the side, here he is next to a deluxe figure, which is the Studio Series Soundwave. As you can see, these two look well together because they're both from the Baiwei's. Of course, this version is going to be much smaller because this Optimus is Voyager and he's deluxe. So overall, this is a very well done figure. The mold itself is very good. If you are willing to pay the extra price to get the metallic version, I would definitely recommend it. Overall, it's a very well done figure. The molding is done very well. The paint job is done quite beautifully. Even the accessories are painted quite beautifully, even the alternate faces. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching and bye bye.